It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Giants and the Hawks, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg, wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that... All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And this will be a Giants first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still
far,
first down.
And it draws the flag. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up on a second down and 8. All run play. This is Hill. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, they'll set up to throw. We'll try and set up the screen to Hill. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They send the tight end in motion. A quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Van. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down. The run up the middle, it's Walker. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is first touchdown this year. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Hupp brings it in left side. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball, He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. They'll run here with Hill. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Next to score, Giants 10, Seahawks 7.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And that ball incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So Can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back to throw. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best defenders, Mike, they have an ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways. I mean, take this guy. Earlier in the game, he comes up with a big interception. Now he gets sent on a blitz. He comes through for a sack. They better find out exactly where this guy is, both run and pass. He's having himself a great day.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
That's dropped off for Walker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. He'll look deep here for Neighbors.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back. Look up, because that's where the ball will be, and in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spreading around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop him.
Kayvon Thibodeau brings him down for the sack, and he's coming off a really impressive sophomore campaign. Really improved his production numbers from his rookie season, nearly tripling his sack output. If he can make another massive leap here in 2024, this Giants defense is going to have a good young player on their hands.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now the return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Here's Hill. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain. 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Giants 1st down They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Huff brings it in left side. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
To the air now on 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. The open man is Smith and Jigba. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Brian Burns with the sack, and that's exactly the type of play the Giants envisioned when they traded for him from Carolina back in March. Only 8 sacks a season ago, and the question was that production indicative of him as a player or more of his surroundings? But either way, he's picked up right where he left off, and he's one of the best pass rushers in the entire league.
Throwing now from the gun. His throw left side is complete. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Back to the air one more time. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Giants first down. Back to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. Brock Purdy has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we take the long trip back across the country, then across the pond. Check out the action in London. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. J.J. McCarthy, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the...
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. Pass complete to Neighbors. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down, 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. He is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Cup in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. That one on target to Cup. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. A quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
There's that man again, another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. The outside, caught by Neighbors. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive will start on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Clayton.
Holding offense.
Andrew Thomas. Guilty there. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Back to throw. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. That's dropped off. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Giants has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And I'll tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the 1st down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got it inside the 5. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. Here's a designed run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll run with Walker. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. They were stopped on second down, now third and goal from the 1. They'll run with Walker. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's second and 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll throw here on third and short. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Back to the air one more time. This one complete right side.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Brings up second and 9.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4. But
Holding.
usually
Offense.
that's a holding penalty. They run with Walker. Finds an alley to the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll try and run it with Walker. So the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options It's week 5 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bills and the Texans, next on Madden NFL 25.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Here's Allen to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. Now inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown. And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking 1 drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6. And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play? And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Mixing up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw here. This will be caught just inside the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Looking to throw. Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Allen from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
It's Mixon on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Allen now looks to throw. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills have taken the lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
With the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Take it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
So here are the Bills to take over.
They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now Allen. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down, Bills.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd and 5. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And again, it's Allen. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Officially no gain on the play and it's 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery.
He's into the secondary.
Touchdown!
Khalil Shakir
from 8 yards out.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll look to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Buffalo set to get the football back here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To the air, Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw, it's Allen. They set up the screen to Chubb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Allen going to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston, and even 40 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Houston Texans.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Motion man is Shakir.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Shakir hauls it in.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now Allen.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Allen.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Allen to throw once more. He shakes him off. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Now back to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right one of the tight ends. Back to throw again. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Bills getting set to go.
And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen now looks to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Josh Downs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Devon Achane, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And this is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the book.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That is caught by Dell.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 29, here's 2nd down at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The tight end in motion right. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
That's caught again by Schultz.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here.
Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
And he's going to use his legs here.
There he goes again. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field. They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another Texans 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's good for a Texans 1st down.
Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They begin this drive with Chubb. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Motion man is Shakir. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
The offense on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 19. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And again, it's Chubb.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
That's out wide for Palmer.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Allen. And he fends him off. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Houston set to take over. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Second and 13. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. They'll send a tight end in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. In motion left goes a tight end. Back to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
To the air, Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 10.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right.
And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Houston, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.